Blake Lively has had her share of feuds with co-stars behind the scenes, and the list of actors who've subtly criticized her, aside from the legal drama, might just surprise you. The drama between Ben Affleck and Blake Lively is an entire Hollywood saga of its own. In 2010, Ben was directing and starring in The Town, casting Blake as Krista Coughlin.
Yeah, I really had to fight for the role. I fought really hard to get an audition, and when I auditioned the second time, I read with him and a few other actors, and it was an exhausting process, hours long. It was really, really difficult.
Blake recalls fighting hard for the role, auditioning multiple times, and facing resistance from producers. Rumors suggest she had to convince Ben himself to hire her, which she apparently did successfully. Similar to Justin Baldoni, who wanted her for It Ends With Us, things seem to go sideways when Blake doesn't get her way. Behind the scenes, sparks flew. Ben shut down Blake's attempts to soften the character, insisting on keeping Krista raw and real. Blake also admitted feeling uncomfortable during intimate scenes with Ben Affleck, echoing her experience working with Justin Baldoni. The key difference? Ben was already a much bigger star at the time. After these creative clashes and reports of awkwardness, Ben and Blake never worked together again, suggesting he wasn't interested in enduring another ordeal with her. Then there's Armie Hammer, who entered Gossip Girl like a storm and exited just as quickly. In 2009, he was cast as Gabriel Edwards, Serena's new love interest.
Question for Armie on Gossip Girl. Who was the biggest diva on set?
You can say it because it's so far away from where you are now.
Let me just say, that was a tough show to film, and I didn't end up actually filming all of the episodes I was supposed to.
Literally, you said, get me out of this.
It was also like, get him out of here.
Whose love interest were you?
I was Blake Lively's love interest.
You were?
Yeah.
Well,
Sounds like she was the problem.
It sure does, Chelsea.
No, that's not what I'm
That's
saying.
exact thinking.
But things soured between him and Blake, which he openly admitted. When asked about the biggest diva on set, Armie recalled, "It was tough. I didn't even finish all the episodes. I was supposed to." He also confirmed that he and Blake didn't get along, adding humorously, "Sounds like she was the problem." He got fired from the show after a confrontation during a scene, even calling Blake a B.
I have met Blake Lively. I worked with her on Gossip Girl.
Gossip Girl's Rosella Rigo, who worked as a stand-in during all 6 seasons, posted a TikTok video claiming that Blake was horrendous to work with, citing her unprofessional behavior.
And I'm gonna attest that Blake Lively is horrendous. Like, I'm sorry to burst your bubble, she's horrendous. She would like burp and fart like in the middle of set and act like we were all so lucky to be smelling her farts. And like at the time I was dating someone, the guy who owned the craft service company that did the food for Gossip Girl. There were times where she would just like hug on him and love on him like in front of me. I think she thinks she has a right to do and say whatever the hell she wants. I think, Candace Owens is kind of right. She couldn't handle that people just didn't friggin' like her. But, that's just the kind of person she is. She is used to being adored, and when she's not, it gets real.
She even detailed how Blake would burp and fart on set, acting as if everyone should be lucky to experience it. Though Rosella's video is no longer online, she did corroborate Justin's claims about Blake's difficult nature. Rosella also revealed that Blake had flirted with her boyfriend, the owner of the craft service company, during their time on set. This added to Blake's reputation for seeking attention, something that many of her co-stars and fans have pointed out over the years. Another telling remark from Rosella was, "Blake thinks she can do and say whatever she wants, and when people don't adore her, she gets upset." This perfectly sums up Blake's need to have everything her way, or else it's everyone else's fault. Leighton Meester during her time on Gossip Girl. Blake's behavior toward Leighton, including mocking her family situation in front of a large crowd, led many fans to call Blake a bully. Despite working alongside Leighton for 6 years, Blake and Leighton don't even follow each other on Instagram, a noticeable snub considering Blake's power over social media. Leighton herself commented in a 2018 interview that Gossip Girl wasn't always the healthiest work environment. In a notorious moment, Blake cracked a harsh joke about Leighton, mocking her birth circumstances in front of an audience.
Chuck has a matching pet monkey with coordinating outfits, and I was like, I would love to be part of the show, but I can't act with a monkey. And then I got And a few of them.
He's got a few of them.
Come on, it was a joke. Lord have mercy.
That was a lot of information about cages, and I'm sorry, I was still thrown off by that.
He was like, wow.
Who else didn't want to act in a cage?
Well, some of them started.
Yeah. Wait, did you?
The tension between the two was palpable. By 2008, New York Magazine revealed that the cast had divided into factions, with some supporting Leighton and others siding with Blake. The divide was so apparent that Blake didn't even attend Leighton's 2014 wedding to Adam Brody, and there are no known pictures of them together. Leighton, however, continued to maintain friendships with other Gossip Girl cast members, even participating in a skit with Kristen Bell for the SAG Awards. It was clear that the personal split between Leighton and Blake remained, despite years of working together.
Hey everyone, Gossip Girl here. One of my sources, Lamey86, sends me this. Jeff Goldblum has a wicked appetite. Timothy Chalamet sitting next to a hot steak with a side of broccoli. Wait, what are you? Leighton, none of this is gossip. It's just all about food.
I'm sorry. I'm just really hungry.
As for Brandon Sliner, he initially seemed supportive of Blake, but has since distanced himself.
Are you Team Blake or Team Jess? He said, I don't speak English, Gail.
I'm team it ends with a...
After backing her lawsuit on Instagram and urging followers to read the article, he backpedaled when asked about Blake in interviews. Instead of reaffirming his support for her, he deflected the questions, urging people to focus on the movie's message.
And finally, I know you're very supportive over your female co-stars as well. Blake Lively, how are you hoping to support her during this time?
I mean, it's a tough situation, and I just hope everyone remembers what the movie's about and why we made it in the first place, and I just want people to remember like what it's about and why we made it, and to kind of keep it on that kind of like core ethos, you know what I mean?
Also, the last time you were talking about the movie It Ends With Us, which has turned into a big major story between Blake and Justin. I'm wondering what you're thinking about that, processing it, navigating it.
I just want people to remember why we made the movie in the first place and what it stands for. And
you say focus on that.
Yeah, it means a lot to me. So it's unfortunate that things get taken away from what the ethos of that thing is, and it gets convoluted. And I just want to remind people of why that thing exists in the first place.
This sudden change in behavior raised many eyebrows. Finally, Anna Kendrick has always looked uncomfortable in interviews with Blake. Recently, while promoting their sequel to A Simple Favor, Anna's body language said it all. She wasn't engaging with Blake the way she used to.
Anna, what does it mean to be working with Blake again?
Oh,
What does it mean to get back with Anna?
Oh, it's the best. I'm so happy.
How does it feel like the movie's being impacted kind of by everything happening around going on in the world?
Why, what happened? I did ayahuasca and the last year of my life is just gone, but I've heard the movie's amazing.
Even deflecting when asked about the lawsuit, Blake, in typical fashion, rambled on during the press interviews, trying to make jokes and keep the spotlight on her. Anna's discomfort during these moments was undeniable.
I really wanted to make this second movie, and I was like, he wanted to shoot in Capri, and I was like, that sounds amazing, but it's very expensive, and let's just, shoot in Connecticut. That's where the first ones, shoot in Connecticut. That's where the first ones were placed. I didn't understand why it needed to be Capri, and now I want to live there. I love it so much. They serve you ice cream and lemons, and it's just magical. They sell hats. That crazy, beautiful hat was just a hat in a store. Humans buy that.
Selena Gomez subtly throws shade at Blake Lively by liking a TikTok post that openly mocks Blake's approach to promoting It Ends With Us, which many consider to be a disaster. The post reads, "Grab your florals, grab a Betty Boop drink, and watch this movie about domestic violence with your family and friends, and off you go." While Selena and Blake have never shared screen time, their worlds are connected through Taylor Swift, and there seems to be tension. In 2016, Selena told Ella, "I wish she were my friend, but we've never met." This was a shocking revelation, especially since Selena and Taylor had been close friends since 2008, long before Blake entered their circle in 2015. When Daily.Mail.com dug into Taylor's major events, birthday parties, 4th of July celebrations, and New Year's Eve gatherings, it became clear that Selena and Blake had never appeared at these events together. Further suspicion grew when Selena, a huge football fan, was notably absent from Taylor's A-list crew at the previous Super Bowl. Selena dropped a comment on Taylor's Super Bowl snap that hinted at feeling left out. Sources later confirmed that tension existed between Selena and Blake, explaining why they never seem to appear with Taylor at the same time and are always avoiding encounters. A source also told DailyMail.com that Selena and Blake have never been photographed together at industry events. Could their animosity be linked to Selena's close friendship with Leighton Meester, one of Blake's biggest enemies? In conclusion, it seems clear that Blake Lively has faced her fair share of behind-the-scenes conflicts, and her co-stars have not held back in expressing their frustrations with her. And there you have it, Blake Lively's complicated relationships with her co-stars. From subtle shade to outright tension, it's clear that not all is as glamorous behind the scenes as it may seem. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think these feuds are just part of Hollywood drama, or is there more to the story? Don't forget to like and subscribe for more juicy celebrity updates. Thanks for watching.